So as you can see, instead of playing Block Tales on the computer, it looks like I'm playing it on the phone now. That's because as you've seen from the other two videos, there was just some weird stuff going on. And I'm actually not playing the game this time. I'm actually watching a video of myself playing the game. So I decided it would be easier to just do it like that, since it's not like there's going to be anything new that I'm reacting to, since I went through the whole Pet Zero before. Also, as you saw there, I don't know why, but for some reason I was thinking to ground pound with the ball. I was supposed to jump and then hit the ball button, but really I just had to hit the jump button to jump and then hit the jump button again to use the ball that does 2+ damage. Also, that's gonna happen like 2 or 3 times in the video. I don't know why that happens. The USB that I was using to record my phone screen on the computer was just acting really weird for some reason. Also, I'm gonna ramble on about demo 4 some more stuff I've noticed. So one of the things that I noticed is that for each demo we're getting a new item that we can use on the others tab for battles. Like for demo 1 you get the dynamite, demo 2 is the rocket boots, demo 3 is the ghost potion. Looking at one of the previews in the official Block Tales show, which is the unnamed guy, there's actually a lantern that looks like that might be there for the next demo. I don't really have any theories as to what exactly it'll do. I don't think I could see it being used for battling, more so for a more defensive strategy like the ghost potion is. I've also noticed that we're always getting like... Okay, I'm actually gonna have to go on Roblox here on my phone to take a look here at what I'm talking about. Because there is... There's like good items and important things. There's always something that you're getting in each demo. Like with demo 1 there's the adventure ID, demo 2 is the Jeep keys, and demo 3 is the train ticket. Now I suppose we're probably going to be getting some sort of important item in demo 4. I also noticed that there was a secret that I didn't notice before that was in demo 3, which involves that one room where Terry and Jerry are at. Basically, if you go up the floating stuff that's in their room in the ghost mirror, there's a few paintings there. One of them actually foreshadows fierce fight. There's a forest with purple trees. There's even an arrow too. And then another one of the paintings I see, it looks like it's meant to be a layout of some sort of room. I'm not sure what it could be exactly. Now I'm kind of thinking it might be something out here, like looks like it could be some sort of space station or chapter 8, or it could be that one room behind the middle door in the library. I hear that it's going to be something we'll be able to access soon, with that we'll get another sword upgrade, which I think will be for demo 4, but I'm not sure. And I can't remember if this is a thrift store, but I remember hearing about how there was gonna be like a paintball game that we'll eventually be able to use. And I actually do have a theory about that, because I have noticed that so far in Demo 3 we have both the sword and ball upgrade. The sword and slingshot both do 5 damage normally, and then the ball and the rocket launcher do 2 damage normally. And I imagine that the way the paintball gun is going to work, it's going to involve some shooting like how the slingshot works, so I'm guessing maybe it will replace the sword and slingshot. Or maybe it might work like, or maybe it might shoot 2 balls, so maybe it will replace the ball. I don't know. I've heard that there might be a paintball in this game later on. Also, as of making this video, they just recently released a new song for OST, which is actually Supreme Mosquito's theme, so she has her own boss theme now. You know, that's actually, that's another thing I've been thinking about recently that I find interesting. If I'm going to the badge right now that has, that you get when you defeat the secret boss of chapter 2 here, which is the Supreme Mosquito. Which, by the way, something I've realized is that the Supreme Ant doesn't appear in pits at all. That's super weird. Anyways, yeah, that badge you get is called Alternate Reality, where you defeat an enemy from another reality, as the description states. And they recently named some of the newer badges that they released. And now I'm seeing one of them says Converging Timelines, which says defeat, and there's 3 question marks, which I assume is the badge that previously said like defeat super boss, something like that. That is rumored to be Carlos from Tales of Justice. We've got stuff about alternate realities and conversion timelines, so I kind of thought that Supreme Mosquito was just some sort of just secret boss that they decided to add, because why not, but you know, it seems like that the secret bosses might actually get interesting now. Did somebody say Doctor Who's secret bosses? So now I'm wondering if maybe something will actually happen, maybe if you actually defeat the secret bosses aside from getting a new card. Because I assume that's going to be how the secret bosses of chapter 4 works. And so far I've noticed the pattern that there's only secret bosses for the even numbered chapters. Because chapter 2 has the Supreme Mosquito, then chapter 4 is probably gonna have Carlos, so maybe chapter 6 and 8 might also have a secret boss. Though I don't know if 8 will have a secret boss or not, since it is going to be the final chapter, so yeah, I don't know. I also noticed that the badges are when you defeat the final boss of the chapter. That's the name of the song that normally plays when you defeat that boss, and yeah, there it goes again. I don't know why I did that. But anyways, you know, there's like, with chapter 2, there's, I don't know how to pronounce that word. I'm connected to that badge. Let's see here. Panacea, and then Chapter 3 Special Defeating Final Boss's Redemption, and then the name of the Special Defeating Final Boss of Chapter 4, as I assume that's actually no, that's just for Griefer, never mind. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not seeing. Yeah, the Bash just supposed to complete demo 4. Yeah, I assume there's gonna be whatever the name of that Bash is, it's gonna be the same name that appears in the OST. However, the first chapter is very unique as the Bash name word is dethroned, but there's not a song on the OST called Dethroned. There's not a special theme that plays when you defeat Fool King, so that's kind of weird. Yeah, anyways. There's, of course, converging timelines and True Panacea. They're not the only patches that have official names now. There's Attend VIP, which is Welcome to the Convention. I assume that's going to be for the Pro line. And this one says, so it's true, test the rumors. So that's going to be, yeah, there's True Panacea. That's when we recruit Refractor, provide a cure to suspend this condition. So, yeah, I assume that's going to be part of how Chapter 4 story goes. Is figuring out a cure for Griefer. Whether its son is defeat all of the before bosses in hard mode. Pretty simple. I mean, it's not going to be pretty simple, I guess. It's pretty simple. I assume you know what I'm talking about. If there's strange tastes, it says, discover the special! I don't know what that's gonna be. That seems interesting. Gigabox now. 40 bucks. So yeah, right now, at a max for demo 3, you can collect 39, so pretty much next time we get $1 in demo 4, I'm gonna be getting that patch. Looking for like 60 unique cards. You call yourself the card enthusiast. As you may have noticed at the beginning of this video here, I was showcasing the cards I was using for this build, because this build, I wish I had decided to use it earlier when I was doing the pits, because this build would have made the video go by, those other two videos go by way faster. Like, I mean, that build with the slingshot and still killing is still cool and all, but honestly, I think I might just use this build when I kill demo 4. Yeah, that's... Yeah, I'm using the ball card and the anti-ups and which was pretty powerful. I actually have a power rush equipped, so I somehow wind up with low health. It's gonna do more damage. Plus, as soon as Bigfoot's fight, I assume I used the ice dagger there. That ice dagger, since it does the thing where it heals 20% of your HP and SP. Oh, well there it is, I'm using it right now. But as you can see, it heals 10 health since I have 50, so that's like pretty massive right there. You know what else is massive? There we go again. Yeah, I don't know why I kept on doing that. I hope that doesn't do it out during like a major dialogue thing when I do demo board, because I don't know why my computer just doesn't like it when I try to play Block Tales while I'm recording a video for it. So basically, I'm gonna have to use my phone to record a video instead, because thankfully I have a means of recording my phone screen on the computer, so I don't have to worry about all this stupid lag stuff. As you can see on the next video, because this video that we're watching right now is actually like 5 minutes. And the other 2 videos I want to show, one of them 7 minutes and the other is 3 minutes, which will be 10 minutes. Which, much shorter than 15, but I'm fine with that. So if I recorded this video, and then other 2 videos for this video, that would be like 35 minutes, and I'm not interested in making it that long. I actually tried to do the same thing for the computer, and it actually just straight up crashed. And I was also struggling a bit with using this build, because with the idea you have to kind of be a bit precise about it. I even failed a few times in the video, like I'm pretty sure I felt like making a mistake. I think I still made a mistake here. Yeah, it's gonna happen soon, but and I'm still able to get it most of the time though, so I'll feel confident using this build. Yeah, there we go, see right there. Yeah, I feel confident using this build and move forward on this. You kind of like using a slingshot more than me, because I feel like it's my character, but I also just really like how this build works. I like the rocket launcher. Like the even crazier thing about this build, don't get confused where I have was given it, is because I feel a little goofy there, and I really tough the spot where the rocket launcher would be, but instead we ended up recording the dynamite sets. Be more careful of that, because and since I'm not using the self-healing build, I have a lot of damage now. So that dynamite is actually going to do like, for sure, probably did 5 damage, going to have +1 attack. Well, I also have the ball equipment, which is not counting, and the stats there. It's displayed on my thing, my profiles. My dashboard did 6. Still want to use that rocket launcher. The point of this build is that I don't need any of the SP items. That's why I have at max 5 SP, which is the minimum SP you can have. And also, as you may have noticed, my character walks pretty slow, and that's because I'm using the slow go cards. And it actually makes it easier to hit the enemies with the ground pound ball. And unfortunately, I was not able to. When I was recording this boss fight back when I recorded that video, but I never did show this boss fight, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I really like this game. I like the way that the eyes follow you. Although it wasn't like this when I was recording that video, though. It's actually kind of flashing to this skybox. It's actually pretty beautiful, and I even kind of thought that was intentional, but apparently it's actually not intentional, so it kind of even went in with the rhythm of the music there, which made it feel more epic, you know, it was unintentional. And as you can also see, since I don't have to worry so much about SP, this also allows me to have like a buttload of health, so I end up not having to worry anything at all about health. I still sort of have to heal myself at points. Whereas it's the other one I do Nirvana, I did kind of have to. Did I have to heal myself when I transpired? I don't think I did. Yeah, this is a much better build than I realized. This isn't even the first time I used this build. I did actually test out this build before the pits. I just forgot how fun it was to use this build, but then I remembered that when I did this build, I was doing some random test footage to see how some things I wanted to work would work. Because as I've mentioned before, I want to eventually do like a 2-player challenge where it's like play with both 2 accounts at the same time, which will be my main and the alt account. But I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that now anymore because this computer is so strange. The thing is, like, when I was doing all that test footage, I was using the same computer that I'm using right now. Never really had problems recording block TL's videos on this computer when I was making test footage, and I was able to make like an hour and a half test footage of me doing that challenge when I was going through the pits, and there were no problems. Right, the ROBLOX on my computer didn't crash, my USB wasn't acting all weird, or specifically my computer, because I don't know if it's the USB itself or my computer, but I've noticed there's just some, I don't know, this is strange. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that challenge. I can do it, it's just that will I be able to record it properly when my ROBLOX on my computer crash? Is the USB gonna continue to act weird? Or is it the computer that I should be putting blame on instead of the USB? I don't know, but you see, that's another cool thing about this build. That since I'm not relying on SP whenever they do that taunting thing, it doesn't matter because I have a means of just doing a lot of damage to these 3 fears and all of that, but I can use the ice stone to heal. I'm using now still, I suck at dodging these things, I'm still not using the training wheels, I'm still sort of trying to find a pattern there. I'm doing better with this though, but enough that I was actually able to just do all the ice dagger stuff there. Got myself back to full health. Because 3 fears are actually pretty insane. Death to like for some enemies with the new updates, because as I stated before, I said it's because they want to make sure that Rapper was just done one, the game wouldn't be too easy, so you had people struggling with the sentient statue in Pit 19 as a result was Hell on Earth. But course, now sentient statues kind of easy when you know what you're doing. You know, I've seen people say that they struggle more with sentient statue than Full King, but honestly, for me, it was the other way around, which, of course, this was with Demo 2, because when I started playing the game, it was at Demo 2 and not Demo 1. I'm assuming it's because of errors, but yeah, for me, sentient statue was still kinda difficult, but I mean, it should just be dynamite. Cooking on the other hand was a challenge, but yeah, it's the end of the video there, so I'm gonna stop the recording here. Who's special?